Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. TJ O'Connor with me as always, Damian Hill. We're joined tonight by D'Angelo Curtis, who's getting back into the ring for the first time in some time, and we're going to get into that. But first, Trash Talk is brought to you by our sponsors, Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, my mom. I did it again. I get excited every time. D'Angelo, how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I definitely appreciate y'all for having me.
No, we appreciate you for being on. Trash Talk is nothing without the fighters. We say that as often as we can because it's true as hell. And, dude, how are you feeling right now getting ready for your first fight in, was it 3 or 4 years?
It'd be 4 years in April because my mom passed away April 3rd, so my last fight was in end of March. So yeah, it'd be just under 4 years. But you know, I'm feeling good. I was actually more so trying to do like a Muay Thai kickboxing fight. You know, something more where I've been more established at. This just happened to come up, like I said, about a week and a half ago. Corey hit me up, was like, "Hey, dude, got a short notice boxing fight for you. Dude's tough. Do you want it?" It's like, "Hey, let me do some research real quick. Make sure the wife is okay with it." Got back to him about the next day. It's like, "Hey, let's do it."
Okay. Usually the question is right now, how long did it take you to actually like mentally accept the fight? After you talked with your wife, how long did it take for her to accept the fight? I'm changing things up now.
Oh man, you don't even want to know. I'm still in trouble right now for taking it.
Oh,
He's doing dishes for months trying to get this fight.
I am still in trouble for taking this. We can't even talk about it. It's that bad.
oh. See, that's something I never had to deal with, but I've dealt with a lot of people that had to deal with that, and being around it's just that's why I had to ask. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I can't even believe you even asked me that question.
I would say especially D'Angelo, because I mean, a normal fighter do one thing, but I don't think you've ever not had a crazy fight, crazy opponent. So I mean, whenever you sign the fight, I mean, you know what it's gonna be, so she knows what it's gonna be.
That is, man, you hit it right on the nuts. That is absolutely correct. Like, she was like, no, and I was like, what?
She might not be the happiest when you fight, but dude, the fans are always happy every time you step into the cage, the ring, or the mat, whether it's jiu-jitsu, a wrestling tournament, a kickboxing, boxing, or cage fighting. Dude, you always come, you always bring it, you always show up. Never not one time. I don't care what the circumstances is. 2 days notice. You show up and you fight. If you show up, you're there to fight. No one can take that away, and no one can bring it. That's why the promoters know who to call when they want a good fight. And you taking this fight on short notice is nothing new to you. What has it been like training, not necessarily getting ready for a fight, now making your return? I heard your name mentioned on a few of the kickboxing cards when they were trying to matchmake, when I was trying to get to the bottom line of who's which card. I've heard your name mentioned, but it was never finalized. Now it's finalized. It's short notice. How are you feeling going into this fight?
You know, I feel good going into it. Like I said, and in all honesty, my opponent, he is tough. You know what I mean? But I've never turned down a tough fight. I love challenges. You know what I mean? Like I told, millions of people, and people even know, man, in reality, I'm a 155 pounder. I should be fighting at 155 pounds. Man, I've fought at 170, fought a couple guys at 185. Biggest person I ever fought, Byron Phillips. Dude
Yeah.
is a monster. Dude is a tank. You know what I mean? So, like I said, just being in there, even though I haven't had anything lined up in quite a while, but just being in there, coaching my guys in boxing, getting in there, a couple of their Muay Thai classes and sparring with these guys have kept me in shape. You know what I mean? Well, I lied. Kept me in shape to a certain extent. You know what I mean? There's always there's a big difference what people don't understand between being in shape and being in fighting shape. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. And I'm just about on that verge, even though it's short notice, I'm just about on the verge of being back in fighting shape. You know what I mean? Like I said, my opponent's super, super tough. I can't take that away from him. But I'm a firm believer in anytime I get in there, no one's ever been in there with a person like me. You know what I mean? No one's ever been in there with a person like me. And like I said, when I come in there, I'm coming to bang. I'm not coming in there to sit up here and try to hug you, sit up here and look at you. No, we're coming in there, we're gonna bang. The best man's gonna win. That's the end of the story.
Hell yeah. And dude, you're one of those guys that, like you said, none of your opponents have ever been in there with someone like you, and that's something that I believe to be true. I've seen a lot of your fights. I've been there for a lot of them. We fought on the same night a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that to be true. But when it comes to you, you've seen everything from everybody. You've only faced the tough guys. You've only gone against them. Now, is there anything that you think your opponent is going to bring to the table that you haven't seen yet? Because under my impression, from the outside perspective, I believe you've seen it all.
Like I said, he's a slick boxer. Like I said, I would definitely give him that. He is a slick boxer. I know he had I want to say like close to like 400 some amateur fights and only about 80 losses. I know he was 3 or 4 time national runner up for Golden Gloves. I know he ended up losing in the semifinals to Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? So like I said, dude can box. I'm not gonna take it away from him. He can box, but I'm not afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've looked at 1 or 2 of his fights, and he's already had these dudes beat before they even got in there.
Yeah.
You can't get in my head, dude. Like you just got done telling me. I've seen it all. I've been in there with bigger, stronger people. I've been in there with the Chad Currys. I've been in there with the Byron Phillips, the Robbie Gutru's. You name it. I've been in there with all the top people within Minnesota here, and some. You know what I mean? So there's not a whole lot that I have not seen. Yeah. But like I said, my game plan is I don't give a shit. Who knows my game plan? My game plan is that I'm gonna get in there. We're gonna bang it out, put the pressure on, be in his face, in the story. I'm not gonna sit back, let him do his thing. You know what I mean? Like I tell my fighters, you're sitting back there and you're watching. That means you're getting hit. My job is to get in there, whoop your ass before you beat my ass. That's it.
Man, I love it. I love the energy. I love the way you put it, how, he's never been in there with a guy like you. And I referenced it earlier, just the dog you bring out when the fight gets started. And, he's very good. He's very accoladed. But this isn't the first time you fought the undefeated guy. You mentioned that you've been there before mentally. You've been there before physically. And one of the things that I kind of wanted to touch on, because, it has been some time since you fought, but you kind of mentioned, the guys you've been working with in the gym. You're a name I've been hearing a lot recently, just talking with the guys at McCoon's, talking about getting to work with you and the levels you've done. And, in practicality, they always say you learn better by teaching than you do by doing. How do you feel like that's transformed your game since we've seen you last, working with fighters more?
Just the like you said, the learning aspect. You know what I mean? I'm as I'm teaching these guys, I'm learning these things as well. You know what I mean? To a certain point. You know what I mean? Visualizing, like I said, being able to see these things. I got my guy Charles Myers.
Yeah.
Excellent boxer. You know what I mean? Excellent boxer. That's been my go-to guy for the last
5th, right?
Say that again.
He's fighting January 25th, right?
Yep, he's fighting the following month, or the following week. Following week.
Sorry.
But yeah, like I said, that's been my go-to guy. He's ready. He's getting up there in age, but I can tell you, my man can still bang. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to you, Charles. but like I said, just being around these guys, and it's energizing
Yeah.
to me. You know what I mean? Just like I said, just coaching these guys, watching them get better. Like I told these guys since we started boxing classes a little over a year ago, it's amazing and astounding to me to see how these guys have gone from down here to all the way up here. You know what I mean? In their game, and they're only getting better. So that helps me out quite a bit as well. You know what I mean? I can't sit up here and beat these guys up no more.
Well,
You know what I mean? They're gonna keep up with me. So it's always a learning process. We're always revolving. You know what I mean? Excuse me, not revolving, evolving.
oh yeah. Okay. Now when we talk about evolving, I don't know if you've seen the interview with another teammate of yours, David Vinci, but this is one of those things where we talked about a little bit where the new prime of a man is in the later age. You see fighters now making it lasting a whole lot longer than what the expected time rate was for athletes back in the day. It used to be 18 to 24.
Mhm.
Now it's 22 to like 30 something, almost 40. And there's a new term that's being talked about now. It's called the second prime. And this is one of the things I had to have it explained to me, you know, and the second prime is when a man reaches a certain physical aspect. They're the best they're ever going to be physically, you know, and then they kind of plateau for a little bit, and then you start to see the drop off. But once you start to, like, at the time of the plateau is the time where all of the younger guys are starting to catch up. They're getting better and better every day, but you're staying the same, you know. I don't know what happened. But where did I cut out at? Because I still know what I want to say.
You cut out at the part where you said they hit a plateau.
Yeah.
So when you hit a certain plateau, you feel like your skills are diminishing, but they're really not. People are just getting better, and you're at the plateau effect. Now, what usually happens at that plateau effect, because psychologically you're thinking everybody's getting better and you're getting worse, what really happens is you start to develop other things to make up for the fact that your speed isn't what, or you don't feel like your skill is what it used to be. You don't feel like your strength is what it used to be because everybody around you is getting faster and they're getting stronger as well. Now, that's where the second prime comes into play, where you're at the same best of your abilities as you were when you were 30 years old, but now you're 34, 35, and you felt like you were getting worse, but you weren't. The whole time you were having to get smarter. Speed felt like your speed was degenerating, but it wasn't. So because you felt like it was degenerating, you perfected your timing. Things like that. It might have been a really long explanation of what it was, but it had to take that much.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I'm starting to see, I'm starting to believe really does exist. And is that something that you kind of feel, granted that, yeah, the younger guys around you are getting faster and stronger, but you can't really feel like you're getting worse because the knowledge is there, dude. You've been training longer than I have, man. We've been in this a long time.
Oh yeah, you know, and like you said, you know, the game is forever changing. You either got to grow with the game, or you fall behind. You don't have a choice. There's no in between. You have to continue to evolve with the game, continue to be around these elite people, these elite fighters. You know what I mean? Like I said, my guy Charles, he's getting up there in age. Can't tell you his age, but he's getting up there in age. You know what I mean? And he called his second win. Exactly how you just got done telling me. He literally called a second win, and dude can bang. We're banging it out. You know what I mean? We are literally banging it out, and vice versa. You know, me going over whether I'm in a boxing gym or whether I'm in the MMA gym. You know, these like you said, these younger guys, I don't have a choice but to keep up with them, or they're gonna whoop my butt. And like I tell them, I can't have y'all whooping my ass up in here. You know what I mean? I love my people though.
Oh.
Sorry, I was gonna have a question, but because I cut out the last time, I'm like, TJ, you take this one.
All right, yeah, no, I was just cracking up. You can't let those young bucks try to catch up.
Right.
You already kind of talked about it. The game plan going into this fight, you got to make it a dog fight. You got to get in there and make it ugly. As far as the particulars on the fight, because I don't think we specifically talked about that. For people that want to come watch you and want to come support, where is the fight? Some of the details.
Fight is January 17th. Hinckley Grand Casino. Tickets are, I don't even know where you can buy tickets at, to be honest with you. Go on my Facebook page. I did list a link, but like I said, I don't know right on top of my head. You could always buy them at the door.
Yeah.
There might even be a live stream, to be honest with you. They'll hold me to it. There might be, and I think they're pretty good at doing live streams though. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully I don't have to catch live stream. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there. We'll see. Hey, Corey Pease, what's up? I'm broke right now, but I would love to see you fight. No.
That's right. You let him know.
But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there anyway. But dude, it's been great having you on the show. It's been great catching up with you. Oh my God, dude! Like we're gonna have to do this again sometime, whether it's being recorded or not. We're just gonna have to meet up and kick it, dude.
I definitely appreciate y'all. I really do.
A long time.
Oh yeah. But before we do wrap this up tonight, is there any teammates, sponsors, anybody outside the gym, outside of your teammates that you would like to give a special shout out to, so you can collect some more money from the spot?
Man. First and foremost, I gotta thank my wife, even though she don't want me doing that. She already tried to put a kibosh in it, but I had to lay the law down. I hope y'all edited that out.
Well, because she let you lay the law down, she allowed you to fight. So there's two things that just went through. She made herself make you be able to fight. So I appreciate her.
Yeah. She the best.
That's a true statement. But no, like I said, I always got to give her thanks though. I got the best boxing coach in the world in Dave Simonson. Like I said, me and Nate Richardson, everybody, the whole world knows Nate Richardson. We share the same boxing coach. Give a shout out to my boy Charles Meyer. Like I said, he got a big fight coming up January 25th at Convention Center. Yeah. Big card. My boy Caleb Truex. Yeah. The whole McCoon squad. Like I said, just all my friends and family, to be honest with you, know what I mean? And the real fans. They know who they is. And like I said, I also got to thank y'all for having me on the show. I definitely appreciate y'all.
We're nothing without the fighters. We say it all the time, dude. If it wasn't for guys willing to do the show, we wouldn't have a show. So we appreciate you just as much as you appreciate us. Oh my God, dude. I can't wait for this fight. TJ, wrap it up. Tell them to like and subscribe and shit.
Man, Damian said it, man. I'm excited for the return. I'm a fan of watching you fight. When I seen the news, we had to get you on. So January 17th, Grand Casino Hinckley. You know where to go. You know who to see. D'Angelo Curtis back in the ring. Like and subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. And most importantly, don't be a hoe.
Bars.
Are you listening? Damn.